Hey guys, today we're doing a bit of challenge deck building. So today we're going to start off with just building a deck with URs only. So URs only is a little bit rough because a lot of good cards are actually just normal. Like for example with Protoplant Verde Anaconda, there isn't that much you can do with this despite this being like a pretty good card. You just require 2 effect monsters to make this, so that's doable enough. And then what? If I do Branded Fusion, I can't do Branded Fusion. Fallen of Albaz is SR. I cannot do Fusion Destiny because that is not high enough rarity. For Super Poly, the only target I would have is Garura. Aside from that, there is nothing. So, like, cards that would normally be generically good are not super playable. So Kashtir has some high rarity cards as well, so let's look through real fast to see what I have. So we have copies of generics, so generics are easy to put in. Final Countdown, Herpes Feather Duster, those are super easy to put in your deck. But not necessarily like that great, because still we want to do something for our main deck. So Sakitama, not really one right here. Let's see. Rescue Ace isn't expensive enough. Great Soft is also UR. Unicorn's a UR. Rice Art's a UR. And then Fenrir's also a UR. So if you think about it, you can actually at least make a Rise Art if you go ahead and like special summon Unicorn. Unicorn special summon Fenrir, add Rise Heart, and then you make the 3 into a Rise Heart. So that is obviously an okay kind of like thing you could do, but we're not taking the easy way out here. So let's see. What is the most expensive deck? Or maybe just good URs in just, well, normally, what's a good UR? So, for example, we can't play Zombie World because we don't have Banshee, and Banshee is an SR, so that's not super doable. Dark World isn't high enough already for this. You have only Lubellion and Magnuma, so that's not great, but Magnuma can technically add any dragon monsters from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So just for example, we can add, well, it wouldn't be that useful, I don't think, but we should be able to add Chaos Dragon Levianeer, I believe that. Well, actually, maybe that's an SR, not a UR. But I mean, it's just a general idea here. Blackwing, Vata, Sudri are actually pretty good, and Shurnka is also UR. So I mean, just for budget reasons, this actually can help a little bit. But I don't think they have high enough, like, easily accessible stuff for your high rarity cards here. Can we even make, like, Synchro 8 with only URs? I mean, like, yeah, probably, right? That's pretty doable, or Synchro 10 straight up. I think Synchro 10 is doable. So Synchro 10 strategy with UR only is perfectly viable. And then tier actually is pretty playable, surprisingly enough. You don't have like traps, like the tier traps, so that would kind of suck. So Scream has no targets, but aside from that, actually, wait. Icalus is only SR, so that's a little bit awkward. Unless there's a UR card we can maybe use as like a fusion substitute. If there is no such card, then like I don't see a super big reason to ever go ahead and play tier. So let's search the word let's see actually what is the exact wording on this? Uh Parasite. So this card can be used as a substitute for any one fusion material. Okay, substitute. The highest they go is SR. And the only one is King of Swamp. So that is not very doable. So that sucks actually. That's not doable. Because if that felt more doable, you have the option of using fusion deployment then to summon like Rhino, and then that would help you make your Rukelis. It is just Rukelis pass at this point, so maybe that's not the best idea, so well, let's just keep going, I guess. So, back to here. Nature Beast is probably summonable if you try hard enough. With yours only, it's like at least summonable. I don't know if it's like easy. Exo Sisters is not playable at all because Ellis is not high enough rarity, so yeah. Thunder Dragons is surprisingly not high enough rarity. Eldlick, actually, if we're just considering the card itself, Eldlick the Golden Lord, this is not bad playable. Is UR stun a thing? It looks like it could be a thing. Inspector Border is also UR, so. Huh. Well, that's awkward. Like, I wouldn't want to do so personally, but it is viable at least. So Strike Starter, Strike Blue, those are options as well. But Blue has no targets to add because they're not high enough rarity. Therions actually are pretty playable. They're pretty good. But it's mostly just Therian King Regulus and then Skull Sam. So you only have these two. So fine, but not the best necessarily. So we're halfway through the Your card pool now, and Silent Mining is not great. I think there's like just in terms of map mix, if we were thinking about circular plus Silent Mining, that would be like 5 cards that are all circular, but you have nothing to send because circular can't send itself. There's no other UR made deck math max. So alright, I guess. Morphia, I think, is not expensive enough. I would need to check their trap cards, but I think that their fusion traps are SR at highest. I don't think they're URs, so not really playable. Inspector Border. Chizao is pretty summonable though, because Muyi is a UR at the very least, if nothing else is, but I don't think there are any good UR Worms that you could be playing. There are some UR Kaijus, but I don't think there's enough actually, right? Yeah, there's only Dogoran, so that's not playable. Layer is not high enough rarity. Layer is an SR card, unfortunately, so that's not doable. Dinosaur has UTC, and then we have Soul Eating Ovi. That's probably not good enough. I don't think, yeah, you can't double Evo Bill for this because you can't miss, you can't anima. Not looking great. What even is the cause of Sophia? Yeah, okay. Despot base, that doesn't really do anything. Okay. Dark Lords are probably not gonna work. They're too mixed between UR and SR. That's a common issue with some of these lists here. Or not lists, archetypes. Idol, Dragon Ruler, Waterfalls. Dragon Rulers are kind of high rarity, but I don't think they're really usable. Okay, going. So, are we looking at this in the right perspective? Maybe we should instead look at, like, what our goal, instead of just, like, looking at random monsters here. I mean, there's, like, a decent amount of cards that do things. At the very least. Tikabuzi, you are crackdown. Huh, stun really looking like it's an option for you are only. So Rite of Aramasir can grab you the token and nothing else. So that's unfortunate. Ashtira looks like a pretty easy answer, but if that's the case, we'll simply go for Synchro 10. And that's simple enough. Ringo Worm. This is fine as well. So just to keep it simple, we can do like three of those. And then like some more 8s, I guess, like Alpha the Master Beast is good in general. And then like Danger Bigfoot. So rank, or yeah. This is like that rank 8 deck, except we can't make any of the rank 8s in that deck because they're not legal, I guess, for this type of deck building. Yuxie's Eye, Proton, Prime, Photon, and Dragon. What's this do? Nothing, I'm pretty sure. Okay. We could technically make this, which is, like, funny, I guess, but can we? No, we can't. Takes too much material. So let's go search Blackwing here. So just gonna grab Shunga. I don't think there's anything to grab off these guys. Nothing here. We can throw in a copy of Full Armor Master though, so that is okay. Hand traps. So like this. Held by him per sure. But we could technically play Shifter in this list probably, so we'll just throw in 2 Shifter because I guess. And the Dispatter, that's viable. Chaos Ruler is alright, we're mostly playing lights and darks right now, so why not? Gogoron is the only kaiju we can play. I mean, if you had 3 copies of Dogoron, maybe it comes into play, like, I don't know. I also have 3 copies of Sphere Mode just randomly, but I don't know if Sphere Mode is, like, super the play. But I mean, it's just a good card in general. And we don't need our Noble Summon in this deck as it happens, so we're chill with it, I guess. Why not? For now, at least. Okay. And then just because we can, right? Let's see, actually. Alpha, the Master Beast you control cannot attack directly. Weird condition. Inherent summon. Condition while the total attack of all monsters your opponent controls is more than that of all monsters you control. Sure, let's put in, like, maybe a small cash package. I mean, I'm still thinking on that. So, maybe. And then let's see. Vanquish Soul's kinda high already, but it's not enough, I'm pretty sure. Not easy to get the Rosin access we need. For now, let's just put in some random stuff in the extra deck. That might come up. Lubellion. Do we have a dragon? That's worth adding. I guess Ringo Worm is okay to add. This is like a normal summon we'd have to do, so maybe. That way we could just pitch this to the graveyard. I'm not sure if we can or not. But I guess Danger Bigfoot as well is a card we could run. But like, wait a second. How many UR cards are related to this? Wow, like next to none. We have no targets for Lubellion actually. I don't even know if Lubellion's worth running. It's only worth running if we can like special summon Magnuma and have Lubellion in the graveyard, because then we can go ahead and make Synchro 10, so it's like maybe one copy. Depends how much you want to see Magnuma in your hand, I guess. So that's like a little situational, but you can't search another like Mistral off of this for this. It's kind of weird. So one of, I suppose, for the time being. Orphable. This needs to banish 4 monsters, what? And then what was this do? Well, this card is dumb. Like, bad dumb. Okay. How do you summon this? What is this card even? Okay, I guess. We don't have machines, do we? Actually, we have Ispinkarochi, but that's it. I don't think that super works right now. Maybe something changes in future. We could technically summon Digirsu and Zeus, so we'll throw those in, I guess. As well as like whatever other renegades we can make. Nature Bigfoot 3. Sounds good to me. I don't see anything super summonable. Maybe Levianeer is doable. How many of these are light or dark? A lot, actually. Oh, this was a UR, alright. So that gives us one more target, I guess, which is helpful. So at least a one of, probably. If we run Chaos Space is actually an SR though, it's not possible, okay. Iris Sword Soul. If a monster whose effects are negated is on the field. I don't know if this is actually playable or not. Solid the floor is a little bit better. I think this is just a 3-0 for this kind of deck, so not gonna read into it super hard. I don't think these guys are summonable, so that's most of the level 8 pool. So then we just put in some Synchro 10s and we should be good to go, I guess. Yes, the Zombie Vampire is playable, so we'll throw that in as well. And then this. Oh, where is Hope? Dude, throw in Hope. Zeus. And then let's throw in some Link monsters as well. I mean, just in case you need them, right? Sometimes you need them, sometimes you don't. So whatever. Throw in the royal one. Oops. Okay. And then this looks mostly fine, I guess. We'd be able to link off like stuff if we need to. Link Grebo is not UR, so we can't put that in. And we should be fine here, I think, right? Yeah, okay. And then let's look for Secret 10 a bit more, like, see what we cut. Baron Chenging, I guess. Definitely. So we just cut Borland Savage because I don't think we could make it reasonably. So something like this looks fine, and then we have a few more slots in our deck to fill out. So easily enough, we could just put some anti-backrow in here to round out the list, and let's do a test hand. See if we win a banger. Well, as long as we don't hit Sharnga, we're fine. So as long as Bigfoot resolves and hits either Song to Floor or Called by the Grave, we're okay, and we draw a card because Pinkorochi. Alright, that's fine. And then here, not quite a banger, but you are only, this is about what you could expect. So Kashir is probably the most consistent strategy you could do. But I mean, like, what would you make in terms of rank 7s even? Well, let's see. Nothing good to pass on. Yeah, that's about expected. So, not the best. By a long shot. So clearly your only decks are just not that great. So we're going to let a little loose on the restrictions for this next list. So instead of just URs, we're allowing SRs, and this is for one simple reason. This deck would technically be possible to make as a royal only deck. Like, I have some royals, as you can see here. I don't think they're necessarily, like, super good, though. But let's just check what royals I have again. So we have Twin Twisters, All of the Haunted, Voltec Bicorn, Ojama Pajama, Stygian Insurgents, and then some god cards, I guess. Red Eyes Black Meteor, that's actually kind of playable. Discardius, whatever. So in general, most of these just aren't super playable. Because like a good amount of these are just random legacy cards that I can't do anything with. I mean, like, yeah, for the most part, yeah. But technically a full royal deck is of course possible to make without being completely garbage, shall we say. So let's start with tier limit concept wise. Tier limit should be fine. Like you'd have better days if you were not just playing this kind of trash, I guess. Because let's be honest, to an extent this is trash. And Scream, this is pretty useless. But if we were doing a mill-based deck, this would not be the worst. And of course, like, Fusion Deployment is a card that exists, so consistency goes up a little bit more, and then Reinforcement. I mean, you'd have to be psychopathic, but you can technically craft copies of Reinforcement of the army just to get a royal version, but like, yeah, so technically possible to make a full royal deck with tier, probably, right? And with Merely Banned, there's a little bit of justification for this. So, yeah, that's doable, and people, for whatever reason, are playing Barrier Statue of the Torrents and stuff like that, like Fossil Dyna to summon off of Crush Heap, but Crush Heap is a rare, and we're not about that broke life here. Just ignore the fact that I don't own these 3 copies of Fusion Deployment, and that none of these cards are royals, but, you know, they could be, and sometimes that's what matters. And then we have Kichdira here. We throw in some Kichdira cards. Let's see what we're looking like here. So it's 2 of these guys, and then 1 of these guys, I believe. And then you actually want to throw in, I think, you can throw in 1 of Rise Heart. It's not like that big of a deal, but you don't need to throw in Rise Heart, I don't think, right? We can throw in Shangri-Ira pretty reasonably. We definitely throw in Rise Heart and Zeus, like always. Throwing in copies of Unicorn and Birth is not bad either. You can technically special summon back some of these guys, so that's actually handy for some things. So I think it's like this plus this actually is not bad. Then we can throw in one of these just for the time being. Zeus. So far 100% of our deck can be royal, so let's just throw in some staples real quick. Wish Blossom called by. Imperm looking pretty ordinary here. And then let's do Jet. Synchron. How many copies? Like 2 probably is okay. If we have the fusion deployment, we can fusion deployment, I guess, so that's not bad. And then Chaos Ruler, I guess, the mill. If it comes up, maybe the Zombie Vampire is not bad. And then like the Strudo is also good for this. I don't think we can actually make the Zombie Vampire necessarily, but I'll think about it later, I guess. Not super important to me here and now, so whatever. Strudo is good. What else? We run one of Scream because I don't think we can do more than that, right? Do we have a second 8? We could actually summon from somewhere. I don't know. I need to check 8s again, but wait, this time we have SR8, so maybe this can summon from Graveyard, right? So you milled it technically, but it's just such a risky play with like your Sharons and Havness so limited. And now that I think about it, I just realized you don't have Havness, so you'd only make Kikelis do some milling from there. Alright, change of plans then. We're just going to not build any of this then. Okay, change of plans. I have a better one. We do want to keep some of these cards though. Change of plans. Okay. So if this is the case, let's go ahead and make sure filters are right. Okay. Let's just simply build Zombie World because this is high rarity enough to work. And you can build a little bit of a better deck than this. So Havness is too low rarity for us, so whatever. Adjust ratios to this I think is a little bit better. And then okay. 2 copies. Danger. These guys are all high enough ready for this, so we'll do 2 of those, 2 of those. Oh, this sucks a little bit. I can't run Mothman. That sucks a lot, but we still have Zephyros, so this makes up for it a little bit. So we're just running the classic Danger Dark Griffer engine here. And this should be a pretty playable deck. That can feasibly be all royal. So yeah, we're not making an all royal deck, but this could be an all royal deck, I guess. That's what matters, you know? So let's see. Dark Griffer, Reinforcement of the Army. Do we need Armageddon Knight? No, not really. Throw in copies of Uni Zombie, I guess, as well. And then let's throw in some targets to synchro into, like Barret and stuff. So, okay, what are we at now? Oh yeah, Small Worlds as well? Okay. So we're looking a little bit better. Okay. But, okay, let's just do it like this. This would not be the best deck ever, but it is definitely a playable deck, and sometimes that's all you need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've had that many, but this isn't really a good discard, so it's about like just all of these. Okay, that's fine for Dark Griffer. just having that many discards should be like passable. Omega. And see, let's do as well as this. Can we? No, we can't run the Phantom Knight stuff because Fogblade is rare, so that's not an option. So let's grab, I guess, Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord, and then Zeus as well. Redoer. And let's just round this out with like more hand traps, I guess. Goes Bell. And then I guess for here, like I don't know, the back veiler is not necessarily the best. Actually, now that I think about it, we can round this out by just throwing in like 3 copies of Crow or some Vistrals. So we'll do Vistrals, I guess. Are they high enough already? Lit, they are. Okay. So one of you. Ball Drake is also SR. Very nice. And then like this, I guess. We'll go to 42 cards because why not? Honestly, for budget reasons, like for your in real life wallet, I guess you might want to stick to 40 cards, save yourself. Like I don't know how much it costs to get like a royal, but you know, save yourself a few $100, I guess maybe. Not 100% sure. Actually, is 100 even enough for a royal? Probably not. Maybe. How much does it cost to get a royal? It's a lot, right? Like 500, 600, 700 within that range, maybe. So I don't know. If we cut these two imperms, that technically could save us 1,400 or something like 1.5k if we just remove those technically. Considering this would be an like feasible all royal deck, but luckily for us we aren't running all royal. Like cool. Okay. In terms of XYZs, I want to look at a few more XYZs before we do anything else. Levier. That is fine. And then go in probably copy of something else as well. We reasonably do 8. I guess we can turn this in as well then. And then this, that's probably okay. And then to round this out, let's do Evendred, Savior, Vampire, Sucker, and then just for the heck of it, Anima. To link off our one of Glow Bloom if it ever comes up that it is in our hand for whatever reason and we need to normal summon it and we for some reason cannot link it off for like a Vampire Sucker. Here we go. Perfect. Great. Let's quickly do a test hand on this one. This should be a little bit better than the last list. Not by too much though. Actually, we're missing a card. Gozuki, one of 43. I mean, yeah. This hand's actually okay. We can banish either, like, probably I would banish Druid Swimmer here in order to add Dark River. There's a bridge. So, Dark, nothing else in common. This, nothing in common with this either, so we just bridge like that. And then discard Destrudo to special summon. And then we can actually, do we need to special summon? I guess. It would be fine. And then we can send Banshee with the effect of Deck River to send Doom King. Or actually, in this case, it'd be better to blue, probably. So just send blue, and then we can special summon Banshee. Now that I'm thinking about it, why do we have Changshi? We can't play Mauler. I didn't realize this, so how do we go into Mortal Dragon without Mauler? Oh. I see the answer is you don't. How do we banish Shang-Chi, though? I see, you don't. Okay, then. Maybe by some miracle, we'll just have these two on the field, and then like a third monster, and then that way we'll be able to actually summon a mortal dragon. Well, no one ever said that uh royal only decks would be good, but yeah, you know, this constraint is a lot less bad than just yours only, so yeah, this is more fun of a deck building process, in my opinion. So we have that going for us. So how would I do this? Sort of, yeah, this is great. Okay, this is okay. We just need to have like Jackalope or Tsuchinoko hit Doom King, which is there's good chances of that happening. To increase the odds of that happening, you could normal summon Banshee first before trying to resolve these guys. And there is a chance you just get completely screwed really badly by this, but I mean, those top decks are pretty good as well. And then here, this is just combo. I don't know how far this goes though exactly, but should be pretty good. Let's see how much we can do. Let's go through this. So, Dark River discards Nessie. Nessie will add Jackalope, and then we can Dark River to send Zephyros to send Destrudo. And then following this, we can activate either Tsuchinoko effect or Jackalope effect. They'll probably, like, one of those guys will definitely summon themselves. And then we should draw one, probably. Since we have two dangers, good chance we draw one. We have yet to normal summon, so we normal summon Gozuki to make a copy of Redoer later, I guess. Or Dugaris, depending on which one we want. So Dark River. Instead, also Banshee or Doom King as well. So that is on the table. So not bad, and we have Ran and Regained. So maybe we can get more draws. I don't think we banish anything here, specifically light or dark. I don't think we banish anything, so. At the very least, we can probably end on Doom King plus Zombie World, and sometimes that's all you need. So here, definitely we can get Doom King plus Zombie World with Doom King and Uni Zombie, but just please, for the love of God, don't hand trap my like deck. Wow. Right now, the way this is built, like because we only have SRs and URs, we lose to one hand trap as it happens. Like even well, somehow I forgot to put called by, but even if we had called by, it's just not looking up for us necessarily. So small world here, banish Banshee, Nessie at Dark River is fine. Then we can special summon. Oh, this is really dumb, but okay. So we can get we can discard Doom King to special summon, or we can normal summon. Doesn't super matter, I guess. Then we can discard a guy, send a guy from the deck. So here we already have Zombie World, so we can actually just do Bloom. Summon the only target that's valid in our deck is the other copy of Doom King. So then we could Vampire Sucker, I guess. Or actually, can we the Zombie Vampire next turn? Maybe, like on turn 3. That's kind of funny. That could come up. So, yeah, we'll probably at least get a Sucker draw next turn, so that's Mizuki doesn't really get us that far, but yeah. So, deck building like this, there's probably a better deck list that you can do than, like, using only yours and SRs, but I guess this is my build. Let me know if you guys have any deck ideas down below in the comments, and that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.